wet and dreary day in our nation's capital as we join you from Northwest Stadium in Landover, Maryland. Tonight we kick off the preseason with a good matchup right out of the gate, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Washington Commanders. Set to go now on a wet and rainy night. And off we go in our nation's capital. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead. And they'll move it up to the 40.
Here we go. 11.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And incomplete to open things up. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
2nd and 10. They'll try the left side. Clifford. And some room to run now. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line.
Here we go.
Now again, right side. Clifford trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go. Stop.
Burrow looking to pass. And the reception made by Green. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
Here we go.
Now it's Burrow. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
They went for the deep shot early, and that's fine, but I don't think it was the right target to throw it to. You had 3 other guys sprinting downfield, and I thought 2 of them were open. Could have avoided an interception there by attacking a different player in coverage.
Unlock right. Ready, go.
They run. Ja'Cory Krosky-Miller. And he'll get what he can up the middle. 3 yards. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He was taken down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 22 now, here's a 2nd and 7.
Ready.
Now Daniels. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Bell. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
Here we go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. That'll bring out 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
On one, ready? Gun. Stop.
In motion goes the tight end. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd
11. Here we go. 11 M2. Hey, can.
Now it's Burrow. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Evan McPherson for the extra point. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good.
Commanders nothing. Evan McPherson, the kickoff.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving. And that's how you shake off the interception they threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's another first down as they bite off 23 more on that one. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Working out of the gun, Daniels. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now a 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolves.
Throwing now is Daniels. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Daniels looking to throw. Setting up the screen. Krosky Merritt. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. Couldn't connect.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. This is fielded at the 7. There'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Ready!
On 1st down, it's Krosky-Merritt. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in.
Touchdown! Jalen Lane, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Commanders are an extra point away from evening this one up. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here. At the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Gun.
For this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play. Picked off by Quan Martin. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Here's Daniels. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is caught. Big yardage that time for Washington. 42 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they go to work on a 1st and goal. They'll try and sneak it here. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And Washington has taken the lead.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7.
Bengals 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move. Ball all the way up to the 40-yard line.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looking to put a drive together.
Here we go. Sacks, go.
Now a handoff looking right. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. Yeah, he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And the Commanders will take over, but backed up deep in their own territory.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And their last 2 drives both ending in touchdowns. It's gotten them this 14-7 lead.
And it looks to me, and I think you're probably seeing the exact same thing, they're in an ideal spot now to create some separation. The way that they're functioning on offense now, they can create a pretty good gap. Allows their defense to play with a little more verve and confidence.
That big article in the paper this morning about them stringing possessions together for consecutive touchdowns. So right here, they're trying to make it 3 in a row. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Get it. 18 Cardinal, 18. Ready.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Ready, set.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Buchanan.
And that is too far out in front of his intended target. Incomplete. Here's Ethan Evans now.
Ethan Evans in punt formation.
This is fielded at the 27. The danger of a punt that good. A 16-yard return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with a slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Quinn. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Will go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
From the 41, here's a 2nd down and 4.
Back to throw. Quinn. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Quan Martin. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
Now he's going to step up and run.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's 2nd down.
At the 17-yard line.
Ready? Ready? 70, Timber Wolf. Ready?
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Well, they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And this is going to be a Commander's first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take care of this football, you have to answer to me later. You definitely want to take care of it, pick up first downs. Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go now.
Operating from the gun, Buchanan. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
That's complete to Traylon Burks. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together and maybe get in the field goal range. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 28-yard line.
Second and 6. He's going deep for Brown. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Quinn. Going down the middle, and it's complete. So the big gain, all for naught for the offense. That yellow flag is going to bring it back.
Oh, what a tough look for the offense because they see all that yardage lost and that ball's walked back and then some behind the original line of scrimmage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Probably not likely to see many starters in the second half as we get back at it underway in this preseason opener. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic. I think it doesn't they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
3rd and 3.
Ready. Liking 18.
Operating from the gun. Buchanan. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
That's pulled in at the 32. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Second and 10 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 12 yards that time of the Cincinnati first down. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. And when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game, and they know it helps their team.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Now a handoff running through the middle. They'll get only a couple down to the 44. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Looking to throw. Quinn. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
70,
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room.
3rd and 19.
Back to throw. Buchanan. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Washington going to send out their punter.
As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken on the 25. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And now here's a carry heading left.
Yeah, strong run there as they take this all the way down to the 35.
They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28.
42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On second down, they'll run it here. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. Operating from the gun, Quinn. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Well, this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
Always important as a defender on third down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down of this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Ready, set.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Okay, ready.
Final minute now of the third quarter.
Go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Yep.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
Down the sideline he goes.
And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals 17-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. And even 50 yards. A wet track like this, I don't know if it helps anybody, but it probably helps the offensive player running the ball more than the defense.
And while they're doing that, there's also the matter of focus. Not letting the elements get in the way of still doing everything you're supposed to do. Although you do think to yourself, I've got to hold it a little bit tighter and be more careful with my footing.
He was careful, got a big run out of it. 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
Ready.
They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Ready up.
The offense on third down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Let's go.
Operating from the gun, Buchanan. And now look at him go. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for Bengals TD.
Well, this secondary just continues to be a force. Multiple interceptions in this game, and now the pick 6.
And the thing about it is once you get an interception as a unit, you think to yourself, okay, we got that. How do we increase it the next time? Get the interception, do a little more damage, and there's your outcome right there. Take it to the house and break down what they're trying to do offensively.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this fourth quarter.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Igbenogany's going to take it out of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Okay, break.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
Here we go, here we go.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff. Now, quick throw there is incomplete.
Oh, that would have been a nice one to hit on in a tie game. You start to think that one big play, maybe the next big play, could turn out to be the game winner. They took the big shot, but it winds up incomplete.
Ready, break.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Come on. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. And boy, another ill-advised throw there as that will wind up incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
It's Williams on the catch. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
That's a gain of 7.
That's tough to play zone defense when they can just curl up right there in front of you.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we talk about finding the soft spot. Defensively, how do you make sure they don't find the soft spot like they did there?
Tough to do, because what they normally will do is run routes that'll pull you out of that spot they want to get into. That's what we call not taking the cheese, right? Don't go for the mousetrap. But it's hard to do because when you see a guy cutting that in that direction, you tend to go towards him.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. A first carry here for Commanders. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. The completion on 1st didn't get much, and now the run on 2nd doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
Hard throw, incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down.
Cowboy 80. Buffalo 18.
Looking to throw. Buchanan. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
48 yards rushing for him now to this point.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Second down and 4.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Trying to run inside, but nothing there.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Was that the incorrect read or just more an error on the throw by the quarterback?
I lean more towards the latter because it seemed like he was open there. Just missed him on the throw.
And a tough one to miss because now you're dealing with a fourth down.
A 52-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So he waited on the sideline for his first chance in the ball game, and it didn't come until the fourth quarter, but he connects there. A big one to give him the lead.
Boy, you talk about coming in cold. I don't care how many times you kick it into a net. You're not really ready when you go out there and all that beef is coming at you trying to block the kick. Big spot, and he delivers.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
Over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Ready.
Here's first and 10.
Get it.
Off the play fake. Buchanan. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Ready.
Here comes second down.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Brings up third down.
It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
So a field goal on this drive ties it. Remember, no overtime in the preseason, so we'll see how these coaches elect to play this.
Back to throw. And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker.
Receivers love having the reputation of being go-to guys on third down, and he was fighting like he really wanted to have that reputation, didn't he? I mean, he came very close to making that a first down.
Broke the one tackle, but couldn't spring himself free. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to have this way down in Cincinnati territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Back to throw.
his man, complete. That's Stevenson.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, injury's never good, especially here in the preseason. Hopefully nothing serious. They'll take a look at him, and we'll step aside for a moment. Jackson.
And from here, that's complete.
And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Come on.
They'll look to run with the longer.
And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Ready?
Now 1st and goal.
Set, go.
Now Jackson.
And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minutes.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
21, Bengals 17.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own 29-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And it won't help much. Only a yard on 1st down.
The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Here's 2nd down.
He'll look to throw.
And that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
The Commanders take over 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Down. Ken Black. Ready?
Washington about to close this one out as they are down to a knee. What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because, remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so